Welcome to the Fast Lane Car. Now, if you've been watching us, you might remember that a few years ago we did a mileage challenge where we pitted a Ford Fiesta against a Prius against a Golf TDI. Well, today we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to go old technology versus... Here comes Nathan with the new technology. It's so quiet. So I have what is old technology. I have the Cruze diesel 2-liter, which represents something that's been around forever. And Nathan, what have you brung?
This is the brand new C-Max Energy. It's a plug-in hybrid.
So, which of these two is more fuel efficient, and which of these two is better value for your money? Coming up next
On the Fast Lane Car.
Nathan, diesels have been around a long time, and this is the way Europeans get their fuel economy. And this particular 2-liter, which is the secret sauce in this Cruze, gets 151 horsepower and puts out, get this, 264 pound-foot of torque, which makes it torquey and fuel efficient. How about your new technology?
Plug-in hybrids for regular cars, pretty new thing. This particular one, you can go about 40 miles on just an electric charge. Now, if you combine the horsepower of the gas motor and the electric motor, you get 188 horsepower, which isn't too bad. This thing is actually kind of frisky.
Nathan, I already hear and see the comments. This is not a proper matchup.
No, it's a mashup. That means that the vehicles aren't exactly alike.
Yeah, it's new technology versus old technology. If we were matching these up, right, this would be a Chevy Volt.
That's right, but the problem is, even there, 4-passenger only with the Volt.
And if we try to compare a diesel on the Ford lineup,
Ford doesn't have any passenger cars that are diesels in the United States.
so it's a TFL mashup. Deal with it. Now Nathan, we have to establish ground rules, obviously, so we will drive both cars on an identical loop with both city and highway driving.
Okay.
And we will maintain the posted speed limit.
Of course.
Of course. So here's a question, Nathan.
Yeah.
What is your, and don't talk about MPGE because you've run the battery down, so
Yeah.
this is running like a regular hybrid at this point.
Yeah, it's running like a regular hybrid. There's no MPG that I can talk about, even though it's 100.
All right, your MPGE is 100 if you had it fully charged,
Yeah.
which it isn't. So what is your city?
Well, I can give you my combined because
Okay.
that's all I got on this particular Moroni, and that's 43 miles per gallon combined.
Which is interesting because mine is 33, so it's 10 MPG more. But here's a really cool part. What is the cost of that particular vehicle?
As tested, total MSRP is $36,240.
Mine is almost $26,000. So once again, $10,000 more.
Yeah, mine's a lot more expensive.
So we've got 10 MPG more, but 10K more in price.
Yeah.
And the question is it worth it? Well, let's find out by putting them through the TFL mileage challenge. All right, we're gonna do this a very simple and straightforward way. I'm gonna fill the Cruze up with diesel because you wouldn't want to put the wrong fuel in there. And then we're gonna drive our loop and we're gonna come back here and fill it up again and see exactly how much fuel the diesel has used. So keep in mind, in America at least, diesel is more expensive. I'm paying $3.79 per gallon, which, depending if you're in America, is relatively affordable. In Europe, it's crazy affordable, and in Saudi Arabia, it's probably crazy expensive. All right, here we go. Fueling it up. There we go, it's all full. And when we come back, we'll do the exact same thing when it clicks that's when we know we filled it up. I know it's not the most scientific way of doing this, but it works, and it works very well. All right, Nathan, it's 102 degrees outside.
It's September. What the hell's going on?
All right, here we go. I am resetting the trip odometer. It is reset. So right now, we can also use the car's little technology center here to give us exactly what it thinks we're driving. Hey, here's the irony of the whole thing. This car actually does much better on the highway. Right now, we're kind of in city traffic, and diesels don't do particularly well in city traffic. They really thrive when you can use that low RPM, high torque engine to just kind of crank along at 55, 65 miles an hour. Whereas 85. Remember, we're doing the speed limit. Dude.
Speed limit.
Speed limit. Whereas your car is the exact opposite. It actually thrives better in stop-and-go traffic because that's when it can run on electricity.
Yeah, regenerative braking helps get extra power to the batteries, hence it does a lot better in city traffic. In fact, a lot of times you'll see on most hybrids, city mileage is much higher than highway mileage.
All right, just a quick glance down. I'm averaging 16.9 right now, miles per hour.
It was miles per hour. By the way, folks,
15.1 MPG.
MPG, okay. I still give General Motors a lot of credit for bringing a four-cylinder diesel to the United States that is relatively affordable.
Yeah, and it's, you know, style-wise getting a little long in the tooth, I would say now. I think it's looking a little dated. But in general, it's a pretty modern car, and you got all the amenities that you'd want in something that costs $25,000. And you got a fuel tank that holds diesel, which gives you, I believe, over 600 miles in range if we were to run this thing all the way dry. Once again, Nathan, it's forward. There it goes. Ah!
It's leisurely. I think I'd say that.
It is leisurely.
I actually expected it to be faster. You know, we've done a 0 to 60s with this baby, and I was
13
surprised.
seconds.
Yeah,
13.
Slow. And this thing's got a turbocharger on it. I mean, you know, I just thought it would spool up a little bit more. But once again, it's made for economy.
Nathan, I would call this Cruze, from a driving perspective, comfortable. I think it's sporty-ish, and what I mean by that is if you take a turn very quickly, you can feel the front kind of start to plow, the wheels grab traction, lose traction. So it looks sporty, but it's not particularly sporty when the tire hits the tarmac.
Yeah, there are other versions of the Cruze that are actually kind of fun and sporty to squirt around a corner. I would call the car entertaining at the most around corners, but you lose all of that entertainment value when you're trying to accelerate. The good news is, once you're at full boil and going around 3,000 RPM, then yeah, it's actually got okay pickup and it has some good passing power.
All right, Nathan. I know, diesel, thank you.
I'm here to remind you.
Enter.
Would you like a car wash?
No, I would not like a car wash. One moment, please.
Would you like fries with that?
I would like fries with that. I'm getting kind of peckish, actually. A little peckish. All right. Let's make sure we hit the diesel button. Of course, diesel is more expensive here. It's, how much is it? $3.75?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. All right, here we go. Roll on the numbers, please. Oh, it used 0.810. It's very close, very close. Of course, we ran a pretty small loop.
This baby takes regular gasoline. You don't need premium, and it's capless, so you can just shove it in there and simply fill it up. That's what it lets me fill it up, which it might not.
Hey, Nathan, what's the price?
$3.49 a gallon.
So it's about 30 cents cheaper than diesel.
Yeah, it's always that way in the States. Bummer.